Welcome back to another edition of Unknown Game Review. Today I'm actually going to be teaching you how to modify your controller, but here at home. This is one of my Gears of War Xbox controllers, my Gears of War 3 Xbox controllers I got with my actual Xbox. But what we're going to be doing is actually changing out the buttons, and this is actually a brand new controller. I've never used this controller before, so it's got the new pads and stuff like that. But I went and picked up a really cool thing today. They're actually 9mm casing buttons. So we're going to switch out our controller with these, or our controller buttons with the 9mm casing buttons. So it's pretty cool, and I actually picked these buttons up from a store here in San Antonio called Lone Star Gaming. It's really cool, and the guys really helped me out a lot. So over the next few weeks I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do these, or how to take these apart and modify your controller to basically do whatever you want. So first we're going to remove the battery pack, just like this, set it over here. And I also bought this from them, guys. It's a star tool that's designed and made just for taking apart, or it fits perfectly for taking apart your Xbox controller. So here's my battery pack, and inside here we're going to go ahead and stick our little star tool, and we're going to carefully take these out. So let's go ahead and take these out, or actually loosen them. And now, for you guys who thought that I was actually going to teach you how to mod controllers to where you do like cheater modes and stuff like that, cheaters suck. So, I'm not teaching you that, but thanks for watching anyways. Give me a bad review if you want. I don't give a crud. But, yeah, I'm going to teach you how to customize your controller. So let's go ahead and take these out. And as you can see, I already took out 6 of the little screws, and there's actually 7. The 7th is going to be located right behind your serial number right here. So pull out that 6th button, or that 6th, screw right out from underneath that. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the 7th screw. So we're going to go ahead and take that out, and then set that off to the side with my tool. Now this thing is going to come apart fairly simple, but be careful, because you try and lift it up from the bottom, because you're going to lose a lot of parts on the floor if you don't. So there you go, that's the inside of the Xbox controller. Pretty cool, huh? Now you're going to have underneath here, you're going to have your top plate, your bottom plate. This is your D-pad. This is your start button, your power button, your start buttons and select buttons. And so just lightly peel this little gray touchpad off. And then here's your little buttons. You can actually pop those out through the front. There you go. And we're going to grab our little 9mm casing buttons and find the right direction that they go. Just like, I put that in right? Probably not. Just like that. And then this one is going to be like this. Oh, I got that one in the wrong spot. There we go. That one. And then this guy here. That one doesn't seem to want to fit. Let me try it in the other one. There we go. And then of course our last one is right there. Great, so that's in. So make sure that you don't lose any of these parts. As you can see, I have my buttons over here, my little touchpad still. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that make sure that everything stays relatively together. I gotta take this, put my power button back on just like that. Make sure everything's together. Now I'm going to show you something really cool for a lot of you guys who haven't opened up your controller before. See these little guys? This is what gives you the vibration out of your Xbox or out of your controller. So whenever you get that vibrate, it's these little things spinning around causing shifting of weight, causing the vibration. Now what I've learned is with taking this thing apart, I like taking this back plate off and actually installing it on the bottom. It helps hold these little guys in place while you're trying to reinstall it. Let's see if I can do this gently, because these little guys like to flop around and you don't want to rip rip the cords off of any of these. Oops. Because those are pretty thin wires. So if you basically hold it like that and reinstall it, you're going to have a lot less trouble keeping these buttons in as you're trying to reinstall it. Now, I'm going to try and do this as gently as possible because this thing's a pain in the butt to try and do. But try and get it together as gently as possible. Oops, I'm a little off. There we go. Now my bottom seemed to have popped off, so let's try that. Oh, and there goes all my buttons. So, hold on, let's do this again. One more time with feeling. That goes in there. That goes in there. And that goes in there. Now, we basically got it back together. Kinda just start wiggling it without losing any parts, of course. Try and get that, like these little guys, pop them in. That side sits pretty flush. This little guy, pop it in. And just lightly wiggle it back and forth until it seats back down. And there you go. Now I'm going to take my little screws, move my little buttons, and I'm going to put my little screws in. Alright. There's our buttons. Now let's go ahead and put our screws back in. We'll start with the middle one that goes under the serial number. And 6. And this, push down your little label, hook in your battery pack, and boom! You got bullet-shaped buttons. Let's check it out. Let's see if it works.